Today's lesson is on subtraction of numbers in base 2 numerals. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to subtract 2 or more numbers in base 2. So, let's begin. Subtraction of binary numbers is the exact opposite of the addition. The process of subtracting zeros and ones is the same as we do with decimal numbers. To subtract a number in base 2 from another, we take the following steps. Step 1. Remember that counting is done in groups of 2s. Step 2. Subtract the numbers accordingly. Step 3. When the digit to be subtracted from is less than the other number, we borrow a unit from the next digit on the left and add to the smaller digit. That is, the digit to be subtracted from before we subtract. Can you remember how place value in binary is done? If you don't remember, kindly watch our lesson on addition of numbers in base 2 numerals before proceeding. We will use the same method here. Here is a rule you should master whenever you are subtracting binary numbers. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 1 equals 0. 0 minus 0 equals to 0. And 0 minus 1 equals to 1. Can you guess why 0 minus 1 is 1? Remember, we said that the subtraction of decimals is the same as binary. Therefore, the subtraction cannot be done directly. Hence, we borrow from the digit in the next column to the left or the next higher order digit. So, anytime you borrow to subtract 0 from 1, the result will always be 1. Because when we borrow 1 and add it to 0, it means we have 1 0, which is equivalent to 2 decimals. And 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. To help you understand, let's look at some examples. Subtract 1 0 base 2 from 1 1 base 2. First step, let us arrange the numbers in separate columns as per their place values. The next step, we will start subtracting from the rightmost column, which is the ones column. 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. Lastly, we then move to the twos column. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, 1 1 in base 2 minus 1 0 in base 2 is equal to 1 in base 2. Let's look at another example. Subtract 1 0 1 in base 2 from 1 1 1 0 in base 2. Firstly, let us arrange the numbers according to their place value. The next step is to start subtracting from the rightmost column, which is the ones column. 0 minus 1 is not possible, so we will have to borrow from the twos column, which is 1. Therefore, the result is 1. We then subtract the twos column. We now have 0 in place of 1, since we had borrowed the 1. 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. Moving to the fours column, 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. Lastly, we move to the eights column. We can always add 0 to fill up empty spaces. 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. Therefore, 1 1 1 0 in base 2 minus 1 0 1 in base 2 is equal to 1 0 0 1 in base 2. Let us try another example. If x plus 1 1 1 in base 2 is equal to 1 1 0 1 base 2, find x. Since x plus 1 1 1 base 2 is equal to 1101 base 2, to find x we have to collect like terms. Hence, x is equal to 1101 base 2 minus 111 base 2. To subtract 111 base 2 from 1101 base 2, first we arrange the numbers according to their place value. The next step, we start subtracting from the rightmost column. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. We move to the next column. 0 minus 1 is not possible. Therefore, we borrow 1 from the next higher order, which is 1. The result is 1. Next, we move to the next column. Since we had borrowed 1 from here, we are left with 0. We will have to borrow from the next value since 0 minus 1 is not possible. We have the result 1. Moving on to the next column, we are left with only 0. Hence, 1101 base 2 minus 111 base 2 is equal to 110 base 2. Therefore, the value of x is equal to 110 base 2. Good job, everyone, for paying attention in today's lesson. We have come to the end of our lesson today. Today we learned about the steps we must take when subtracting binary numbers, rules for subtracting binary digits, and also we looked at some examples involving subtraction of binary digits. See you in the next lesson.